For weeks, months, years even, nothing happens. And then all of a sudden, everything happens. And if you've been watching for the past couple of months, potentially one of the biggest setups that mankind, especially baby bull kind, has ever seen has just emerged. And it's long overdue. You look at a daily chart like you see on the screen right here, as of January 1st, so far, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 daily candles. We're on June 5th, and all 5 of them are green. Since the beginning of January, since the beginning of 2026, we have had a move above the 21 and 50-day moving averages. Again, 5 straight green candles. Bitcoin in 2026 right now is up about 6%. Not that big, but when you look at a weekly chart and you just see that the tips have officially touched, that's right, I repeat, the tips have officially touched. Oh my God, I need to get a new sound for that. That's not very good. The tips have officially touched on the RSI. MACD is coming soon. You can see the MACD as well on a weekly chart is coiling over. You look at the same time, or the same exact setup last time we saw this on a weekly chart, Bitcoin went from about 75K to new all-time highs. So momentum is building. It doesn't mean that the all-time highs are coming tomorrow, but you see where the trajectory is going over the next few weeks, months. And with 2025 really being a gigantic letdown in terms of price action, 1,000% for alts, but really Bitcoin, even the price action of Bitcoin was even a decent letdown. It was pretty underwhelming. No crazy blow off top, a lot of sideways, a lot of trading right at all-time highs for a long time, a lot of boringness. Maybe 2026, again, breaking the 4-year cycle once and for all. If this happens, maybe 2026 will be not only pumpy, but dare I say, quite very pumpy. And as you can see on the daily and weekly, just everything right now on these charts, things look pretty big. I want to start and also take a look at this. Venezuela's Bitcoin shadow reserve. So their intelligence reports that Venezuela quietly built over $60 billion in reserves of Bitcoin and USDT over the last 7 years to evade sanctions. Gold, oil, crypto. They exported about almost $3 billion worth of gold in 2018 through a bunch of different countries, allegedly converting to Bitcoin via over-the-counter brokers. And an estimated holding puts this above 600,000 Bitcoin, which would rival MicroStrategy and is way more than El Salvador. Again, this is speculative, but with all the news going on with Venezuela that everyone's aware of, I'm sure, now that's in U.S. custody, U.S. control. That's pretty big. Why this matters, he says, is that Bitcoin is likely frozen for years, not sold, which is bullish for Bitcoin. This is kind of just a little map comparing roughly different sizes of holdings, right? We have Satoshi at 1.1 million. You have BlackRock at getting close to 1 million, honestly, over 3/4 of a million Bitcoin. MicroStrategy also getting close to 3/4 of a million. And then Venezuela, a little over 500,000. And U.S. government, a little under 500,000. And then Mount Gox trustees at 140. So pretty big. We're also seeing last time gold top, Bitcoin 5x. A 5x from here for Bitcoin would be pretty dang high, almost $500,000 per Bitcoin. Are you mentally prepared? As trending Bitcoin, hey, this has been such a letdown of a run so far, but really, I don't think we were really ever in the real bull run. According to at least Liquidity and a lot of real metrics, Bitcoin never really had a true run. We had a pump. We got above all-time highs. We got to above 100K, but that was largely, again, in my opinion, mainly due to the ETFs and not much else. The liquidity cycle never began. It's beginning now, though. And yeah, I mean, you look at a chart like this, it absolutely looks like it's coiled to explode. For example, if we switch to, again, the daily chart for Bitcoin, look at the consolidation we're seeing right here, right? You see this like triangle pattern. We so far have been moving up. Looks like a textbook breakout. Above very key daily moving averages. The short-term momentum oscillators are telling us we're going to go up. The weekly looks like, again, after bottoming back in October and November and really December as well. This is like a textbook, again, like bottoming pattern that we've seen. How many people would get thrown off if this was the bottom of the bear market, and over this year, this new year of 2026, it turned into a massive bull run? Again, nothing's guaranteed. I'm not saying that's guaranteed to happen, but how many people would be left on the sidelines? Most people. I think that would be maximum pain. I think maximum pain is that scenario. I think a lot of people have given up on crypto, and that's evident from social metrics. That's evident from really every metric. Is like the interest in crypto has been at all-time lows for well over a year, which is funny because Bitcoin was at all-time highs during that time. When interest in Bitcoin and crypto was like at all-time lows, at all-time highs, that's some sort of inverse indicator, right? That's some sort of divergence. When you're seeing social metrics just depleted and dead, but the price is pretty good. I mean, this entire time when Bitcoin was up here at these all-time highs, people just didn't care. Again, the biggest factor, in my opinion, if you had to point to one single factor, would just be because altcoins have been lagging so much. And really, when I say lagging, I mean quite literally just dead. You could just basically say altcoins have been dead for the past 3 years, 4 years. But I think that'll change. I think Bitcoin specifically is going to breathe life back into the market. And I think Bitcoin specifically is ready to go on to to enter another rally, basically. It does look like it wants to go up. Big support for Bitcoin here as well. Top comment says, congratulations, you learned how to use the line tool. That's funny. Bitcoin pushing for key bullish reversal on this range. Things are heating up in 2026. As long as Wall Street doesn't dump on us, the top comment says. True. My entire Bitcoin thesis is never end up here. That's actually also true. Unless you like whatever you do in your cubicle. But for the most part, a lot of people want to avoid doing this for the next 40 years. And it's a double benefit, double whammy, two birds with one stone. Basically, investing in Bitcoin preserves your wealth, historically has made people phenomenally wealthy, has given people the option to retire from these types of, or any type of job early. But as well, you're investing in an actual currency that cannot be printed to infinity, that is not backed by flawed humans and politicians. There's a million reasons why I think Bitcoin, again, is going to millions of dollars. Japan's finance minister supports integrating Bitcoin and crypto into the financial system gradually, then suddenly. I was just in Tokyo 2 weeks ago. Very chill, very relaxing. I was there for like 2 weeks. I actually got a few comments of people asking me like to describe it. I mean, I've been there before, so it wasn't my first time going, but it's very cool. They're a lot further ahead in many ways than the rest of the world. And as you've seen, especially again with this news, Japan has been opening up its doors to Bitcoin and crypto. And I think the sooner countries start embracing crypto and Bitcoin, specifically Bitcoin, the sooner they start embracing it, the better off they will be financially. And it's just going to be a race to who's stubborn enough to not get in. The longer you hold out, the less you'll benefit. The people that get in, the countries that start accumulating, the countries that start adopting this technology, are the countries that are going to benefit the most. I don't see anything clearer than that. It just makes complete and total sense. It's been what's happening. I don't see that changing. For example, gold though as well. We've talked about this. It looks like a bearish divergence with the high setting a higher high, but the RSI setting lower highs. I think gold has basically come to the end of its run. I think Bitcoin's going to be going up a lot in 2026 is my current opinion. Gold, this bearish divergence obviously is not something I would necessarily ignore, but yeah, Bitcoin on a daily looks fantastic. What's the stock market doing? All up about 1% today. The NASDAQ, Dow Jones, S&P is lagging a little bit, but all up today. Just continuing its trend. Silver, right? Going up. Bitcoin has lagged a lot, and I think Bitcoin has a lot of catching up to do, really. That's really the easiest explanation, in my opinion. We take a look at, for example, the US dollar. Yeah, I mean, it's been going down for the past year, over a year. And I don't see that really changing. Bitcoin is inversely correlated to that as well. And so with that, if that continues to go down, Bitcoin's going to continue to go up. And overall, I just think this is very bullish for Bitcoin specifically, and I'm extremely bullish. Let's see what 2026 brings, but I mean, yeah, alts as well, super lagging behind. I think Bitcoin is going to really accelerate well above all-time highs this year. I don't think that the 4-year cycle exists anymore. I think it was always coincidence anyway with liquidity and the business cycle. You might be saying that's convenient to say, but hey, I mean, things are different, or things are always the same until they're not. And I don't think they're the same anymore. I think that's changed. Specifically, as I've said a million times, I think it really, really changed back at the beginning of 2024 when the ETFs were approved. And it takes time for real divergence to happen and real decoupling and everything. But I think we've been in the process of doing that for the past 2 years. But get signed up with FEMX below if you want to buy Bitcoin altcoins or trade. You can get nice bonuses, sign up bonuses, and great place to accumulate and buy coins or trade as well. Great exchange. Without any further ado,